Buenos dias, everyone, and welcome to Ethics. My name is Dr. John Brittingham, and I'm going to be your instructor for this online course where we look at various theories of morality and ethics and what the right thing to do is and what we owe to one another as we live in a society. Now, I am really excited about talking to you about ethics. My background is in philosophy. I've taught all different kinds of philosophy, and one of my favorite classes to teach is ethics. So I am thrilled at the opportunity to get to teach ethics with you, the students who are taking it. But one of the things I love about ethics is that we get to converse with a number of different thinkers, and we get to bring a number of different perspectives together to try and understand and deal with a number of serious problems that humans have. Now, the Western tradition in philosophy certainly has plenty of people who have added their voices to the conversation about morality, but they're not the only ones who have done so. And so in this class, we're going to take these Anglo-American and Anglo-European theories of morality, and we're going to put them in conversation with a number of thinkers from around the globe, specifically connecting them with people from Latin America and the Caribbean, but also voices from a number of traditions that are what we would say outside of the Western canon. It's about putting them in conversation with one another and seeing what we can learn from one another about morality and ethics and responsibility. Now, there are a few things that we are going to have to do in order to get ourselves situated. We're going to have to understand how the Canvas course is working and what the general structure of the class and the assignments are. But basically, the course is very simple. You will have a very similar structure each week of the course, trying to present you with these units that will give you a motivating prompt for the week, followed by a way that you encounter the new idea, and then we're going to challenge that and converse about that in a number of different forms, ultimately resulting in you doing some reflection on what exactly this new perspective might mean. So the basic lay of the land is this: that we begin the week with an intro video where I'll usually have some kind of scenario that I want you to think about and put into conversation with the thing that we're reading this week. And then following that, we'll read a particular ethical thinker, or maybe we'll watch a video related to them. Some of the people that we'll be reading are still alive, and so we might get to see them talk about their ethical philosophy digitally in the flesh, something like that. I don't know, that sounds too much like Tron, but you get the idea. Then you'll have an opportunity to do a little bit of recall from the reading, pulling up the things that you think are most important or stuck out to you the most. And those are going to be helpful for me, because as you do that and then move into watching a video where I'm going to run down the major mechanics and importance of a number of the arguments in the texts we're reading, you will have provided me with some questions and some topics and things that I can shape for what will be our Friday night live stream. So I'm going to be live streaming on YouTube, basically a kind of question and answer session, and I'm going to include with that some more contemporary or non-Western, non-canonical readings that might challenge or expand upon the ideas that are presented in the main texts in the course. So again, it's about taking these ideas that are firmly entrenched within the theoretical landscape that we live in and putting them into conversation with people who might say, but have you thought about this? Because that is going to enrich our conversation, and that's going to make it more interesting and more contemporary, and I would say more applicable to what we are trying to get out of a class like ethics. And then finally, you're going to have, usually every week, you're going to have some short form paper that's going to ask you to reflect on what you've read and what you've learned and what you've thought about, because I want to see the work that you're doing in your head and in your life about how to be a moral human being and what your responsibilities to the world and to yourself and to the creation at large you might be thinking about. Or maybe you have a brand new perspective on a thinker that most people haven't come up with, and I want to read that because it would be fascinating. Anyway, that is basically the ethics class that you're going to be taking. I am super excited to be in this class. I love teaching. I love teaching this class, and I'm thrilled that we get to go on this philosophical journey together. So I hope that you're excited too, and I will see you around. Adios.